What's up, people? Welcome back to the home of the freshest, dopest entertainment commentary.
Here we go.
Terry Podcast, brewing entertainment honey.
Do subscribe if you're not yet subscribed. Join the gang, the coolest gang, richest gang. And of course, hit that notification, my people. Hit notification bell so that you do not miss when we post and upload. Let's get started. So yesterday, South Africans woke up to rather disturbing news of the untimely and I think unpredicted demise of one phenomenal rapper by the name of RIKYRICK. Now, personally, I used to consume RIKYRICK's music, like I was a fan. I did not know of him that much. I knew a couple of his jams and I loved how he used to flow. So I was literally very shaken. Like I read about it and I was just like, wow. You know, like, because looking at RIKYRICK, of course, I didn't know him personally, like most of us. We were just fans and followers online and people who used to listen to his music. You know, when you listen to someone's music, it's just like you watching someone. You don't know them personally, but you feel like you know them by virtue of you being part of their craft. So, thing is, like, every time, you know, I had to literally revisit his socials because I think like yesterday when the news broke, that is when a lot of people had to stalk his socials just to get a feel of what was happening. But for those of us like who maybe were following him, he had this image of someone who was happy, jovial, like it looked like he had control over life, you know, and literally like 2 days before his untimely demise, he had posted that he landed a role to be one of, I think, the ambassadors or to endorse one of the banks. And he, you know, he was literally he was celebrating that win. Like, you see, guys, check this out, you know, I'm in the commercial and I think I'm like the brand ambassador. And then leading to that, he had posted a video where he and his wife were dancing, and the wife, honestly, in that frame, and I'm not trying to sound insensitive, she looked a bit concerned, as in it's like, you know, when you're just watching things online and you have no idea what is happening behind the scenes, but you could look at the wife and she looked like, you know, it's like she knew that things are not that okay, but we have to do this, because Ricky was smiling, he was happy, he was holding the wife, and he had a wife and 2 kids, very beautiful. And you know what, you would not tell that something is off, only that, you know, looking at the wife, I even think I caught some podcasters talking about this. Of course, this was before the demise, of RIKYRICK, and they were making fun of the clip and saying, "Oh, look at this," you know, of course, without really knowing that this is what he was going through. So a few days back, like just with the lead into this, it's like within the 7-day bracket, he went and he did a performance, a live performance, and then immediately after the performance, this is what he told the audience.
I'm about to be out, but if you never saw me again, if you never hear from me again, I want you to remember that you have to take care of the people that are close to you. Make sure they're safe. Make sure they make it through 2022. We have to take care of our people. That's our job as black people.
So guys, you know, I think for me, what I found, you know, sad, depressed, what I found sad and very worrying, and it made me a bit, you know, it's the fact that a lot of now the entertainers, the men in the entertainment scene are going through the utmost. And like listening to all the people who used to be fans and followers of RIKYRICK, most of them were saying, you know, I met you, and he'd be the one who, you know, he was constantly asking around about how are you guys doing. You can even tell, like from the last clip, like that video that we just listened to, he was so concerned about others, and he's like, you have to take care of each other because that's what we do. You might never see me again. And he was just cueing people. It was literally him preparing people that this is it for me. Like I feel like maybe I have done what I'm supposed to do, what I was called to do. And he was so young because he was just born in 87. That's literally like what, 30, he was turning 35, we are still not yet turned. So thing is, you look at it, even if you do not know the person, but the fact that a lot of men, and not just in entertainment, but generally, right now are ending their lives is, and maybe a lot of people might even just argue and say, oh, you know what, people are doing it because of money, because of this, but no, depression it's a mental illness that I think a lot of us as Africans, we are still struggling to put a pulse on it. It's just like, oh, okay, oh, you're depressed, and you know, do people just like, you should talk to people, talk to someone, and we don't even understand that. Even you get to a point and you're just like, I have tried talking to everybody and it's still not helping my situation. So y'all will not really understand when I say I think the only way out of this is if I end it right here, right now. So yeah, South Africans, most of the celebrities, even like just people who were his fans and people who used to listen to his music, and I think worldwide and international, the people who knew RIKYRICK and fans like us, we were very, very shocked, you know. And it's just what I keep saying, guys, that people on social media, we often put out that which we feel is good for consumption, but you never really know whatever battles people are going through behind closed doors. Like when that 15-second clip or that 1 hour clip, or when someone is not on stage, or when someone is not doing this type of commentary, like behind the scenes, you don't know what people are legit struggling with. Because looking at him, he looked really okay, he looked proper, and you know, you'd think his life right now is forming out because he was talking about the role that he landed in the TVC. He was one of the greatest rappers, like he was a rap icon, rap and hip-hop icon in South Africa, my people. I'm not even lying. Like, he had bars, and then he had a wife, and he has kids, and you see someone who's just looking at it, and we would assume he had money and he had a very comfortable life. You would not really understand when someone tells you that, guys, me at this point, I don't think there's anything anyone can tell me that will console me or will make me want to keep fighting to still be alive. So yeah, and the family did issue a statement, and they said, of course, you know, they've been heartbroken. They've been very, very, you know, it took them by surprise, because even hearing towards his last moments, he did tweet. He was tweeting, and it was just like he's cueing the world and just telling people that it is what it is. So yeah, it's rather unfortunate, and of course we do wish everyone who has been directly aggrieved by this all the condolences, because I don't even think there's anything you can say, because, you know, I mean, for some of us, we are just shocked because he's someone that we used to be fans of. So you can imagine, like, if you knew that person directly, how badly affected it.
I've been thinking about the memories. Pour some liquor for all my enemies. Pour some liquor for all my dead homies. I see you there, homies. I pray I'll meet you at the crossroads. Sooner or later, only God knows.
You know, you need to talk to someone. At times, even talking to someone does not quite help the situation as it should be done. You know, like but at times you really want to talk to someone, but you just like, even if I tell you how I'm feeling right now, you will not understand. Or maybe you'll just be like, oh, you know, just go for therapy. And a lot of us don't even have money to go for therapy. A lot of us, we know we're just going through the uttermost. So yeah, very sad, very disturbing, and we really don't even know what to say. So do subscribe if you're not yet subscribed, and then hit notification so that you can keep up with the latest podcasts, and I will definitely see you again in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, guys.